Here we go, converting general form to standard form. We've seen this with the circle, we've seen this with the ellipse, and now we're seeing this with the hyperbola. In the circle and the ellipse, we always put the x term first. With the hyperbola, we're going to put whichever term is positive first. Now that may change, but for right now, the y is positive, so we've put it first. We've grouped the x's, and we've moved our constant over to the other side. So, of course, with completing the square, we need a lead coefficient of 1, so we factor out our 4. 4 times what gives me 4y squared? That's y squared. 4 times what gives me 16? That's negative 4y. Leave some space. Now, this has a negative 1 as a coefficient. Not surprising, we have a hyperbola here. So we're going to factor out the negative. Please be careful, because we're factoring the negative out of both of these terms, which means this will need to be positive. Double check, negative times positive is negative, negative times positive is negative. All right, so we're good there, and then that equals plus 11. All right, we will find a value to add here. Half of negative 4 is negative 2, squared is 4, and 4 times 4 is 16. I'm showing less steps since we've done this process many times at this point. Half of 2 is 1, so I'll add 1 in here, but I'm multiplying that by a negative, which means that's really a negative 1. When we factor, we have 4 times y minus 2, quantity squared, minus x plus 1, quantity squared, is equal to negative 11 plus 16 is 5, minus 1 is 4. Like the ellipse, the hyperbola is also needing to be equal to 1 for standard form. We'll divide both sides by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1, so I have y squared minus 2. Y minus 2 quantity squared, I could put it over 1, but no need. X plus 1 quantity squared divided by 4 is equal to 1. And just a couple of quick observations about this hyperbola. We won't go through all of the doings, but this opens up and down because the y term is positive. It has a center at negative 1, positive 2. The slope of the asymptotes would be positive or negative 1/2. And the vertices would be, remember that's 1 under there, 1 unit away from the center.